Good morning, everybody. Tim Baghurst joining you for the 2018 IRF World Championships. We're here day number 3, round robin. Matchup between Maria Renee Rodriguez from Guatemala in the back and Aisling Hickey from Ireland. Hickey starts with a point, ace serve. Well, that's a decision where that call was called very early. The screen serve should not benefit the server. In that situation, you felt like it did, or at least I did. Good cross-court pass from Rodriguez. Both of these players fighting for positions in the single elimination bracket. Results determine seeding. Excellent serve from Rodriguez for an ace. Two serving two. Another point for Hickey. I'm sure most of you won't be familiar with her, but she was at the 2014 World Championships, did very well. If memory serves me, made it to the quarterfinals of the single elimination. You can see why. She's a very clean player, doesn't make very many mistakes. Moves fairly well. 6 serving 2 is the score. Wow, snap of the wrist from Hickey. That's clean. Timeout Guatemala, 7 serving 2. Well, if you're just joining us, thank you so much. And thank you for those of you who shared our feed across Facebook. We're going to be here all day. We have a very long day ahead of us as far as streaming goes, so we hope you appreciate the coverage. Lots of different countries, lots of different players will be on this show court number 1. So here we go, 7 serving 2. Short serve, second serve coming up. Snap of the wrist. Good timeout from Rodriguez. Gets back in the service box. Again, it's the forehand side. Hickey seems very comfortable there. Beautiful shot that time from the Guatemalan. You saw her deep sigh as she hit that. She needs to find a way to get some points. 2 serving 8. Second serve. Great shot. A point for Guatemala. Certainly, Ireland started the better in this match. It's important that each player finds serves that the other doesn't like. Side out 8-3. Just a reminder, coming up today, we're here with women's singles to start. We move into men's singles at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Keller from Bolivia, the current Pan Am champion, will be taking on Galicia from Guatemala. Some of you may not be familiar with Galicia. He can turn it on. He's been playing very well this week. Then at 1 p.m., Acuna from Costa Rica against Murphy from Ireland. At 2 p.m., Salas against Munoz, Mexico, Chile, women's singles. That'll be a great match to determine who finishes top of that group. Oh, what hands, Rodriguez. Beautiful touch. 5 serving 8. At 3 p.m., we go into men's doubles. Colombia, Costa Rica. We saw Costa Rica last night. A very, very long match against Argentina. Colombia lost earlier in this group. So each team with 1 loss. Women's doubles, USA, Korea. That's going to be an interesting match. Both of those teams are currently undefeated. And then we round out the day, 5 p.m. men's doubles. Mexico, the defending champions, will be taking on Japan. Hope you stick around for those. Hope you share this feed. Try and get as much coverage as we can around the world for this sport. 10 serving 5 in favor of Hickey from Ireland. Guatemala is going to take another timeout. That's their second and final timeout. 11 serving 5 is the score. Well, while we have a break, we want to give a shout out to one of our great supporters, Joanne Pomodoro. Wish her well, and also her niece, who's been very sick. I know Maria Renee Rodriguez has been in touch with her, so we wish her, Jackie, a speedy recovery. But here we go, 11-5. Joanne, a regular at the Senior World Championships, which will be in 2 weeks. If you're over 35, you should join us. It's a terrific event. And right now, Hickey in complete control in the middle of the court. 12 serving 5. Second serve coming up. Great serve. Set up. Great wide angle pass from Hickey. Side out, 12-5. Great shot again. Hickey taking it on the fly. Another point for Ireland. 2 points away from this first game. Screen serve called. That's a close one. Rodriguez standing on the left side. She is allowed to hit behind her. Earns a point that time. See if that gives her some momentum. Beautiful that time. Wasn't a great serve, came off, but Hickey didn't put it down. Rodriguez showed her what to do. The Irish woman will want that one back. It was right down the middle. Rodriguez switching up that second serve, sticking with the Z serve, but hitting it to both sides. That's a great serve, but a terrific return from Hickey. That time not moving her feet, waiting for the ball to come to her. Puts it in the floor, side out, 8-13. I was talking to one coach yesterday, and he said the last 2 points are the hardest to get in a game. Starting to see it here. Perfect from Rodriguez. Another point, 9-13. Timeout Ireland. We'll see what Hickey comes up with after this 1 minute break. And we're back in, 9 serving, 13 is the score. Rodriguez tries to slide one down the right. I think she might have had it if it had crossed that short line. Good get, Hickey. And skips another one, starting to creep into her game. She had opportunities. I think the one that she'll want back is when she went cross court and the line down the right was wide open. 10 serving 13. Struggling with that first serve, the Guatemalan. Z-serve does seem to be working. She had it. Let's go, she says to herself. Side out, 13-10. So here we go, game point number 1. But that wasn't a good serve, and it was punished by the Guatemalan. Game point saved. 10-14. That's a great serve. Can't do it any better. Hits the crack. dies. Another good serve. Game point number 2. That's a great pass from Hickey. Takes the first game, 15-11. Well, Guatemala have 2 minutes to regroup. Certainly Hickey went on an early run. Rodriguez pulled it back, made it close, but ultimately it's Hickey who takes game 1, 15-11. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. And we're back in, everybody. Tim Baghurst joining you for day 3 of the World Championships. Last day of round robin to determine seedings as we go into Wednesday. Day off tomorrow for everybody. Looking forward to that. Oh, great pickup. Unlucky that time. Good shooting from Hickey, gets the side out. Skip from Hickey. It was a good serve, got a poor return, but she went for a little too much on that shot. Side out 0-0. I like the serve. It's something different. Rodriguez stuck with the Z serve on second serve. This time she goes to the lob on a first serve after winning that first point. Beautiful backhand pinch winner. Gives her a couple of points. Great get. And not that time, Hickey. Well, you can see the athleticism of both players, and at times when a player gets a ball back that you think might be down, it puts a little bit more pressure on you to make a better shot than you have been. And that can just really affect you mentally. Another great backhand winner from Rodriguez. She takes a 4-0 lead in this game number 2. make that 5-0. So we see a different perspective in the second game. Timeout called by Hickey. Why? Well, because Rodriguez has found that lob serve. Hickey doesn't seem to like it. Not returning very well at all in this second game. And as a consequence, we see that 5-0 lead. And 0-6 is the score. Hickey serving, second serve. And I'm joined by Canadian Kobe Iwasa.
Hello.
Kobe, you're playing this week. What's it like playing here at the World Championships for those who may not have had this opportunity?
Well, it's something where you can expect the best competition from every single country. So every time you enter the court, you know it's going to be a tough match. You know everyone's training hard for this. They want to win. So it's a very competitive tournament.
Speaking of competitive tournament, we streamed one of your matches earlier against Mercado. I mean, what a match. It must have been an amazing experience for you, even though you came out the 11-10 loser. Sorry about that. but just to be in that environment with everybody here watching on, it's a great opportunity for players.
Yeah, it's very electric. It brought back a lot of nostalgic feelings because 3 years ago I was playing a similar event like this, and just having a crowd every point, whether you skip, whether you roll it out, there is emotion. Everyone can feel it, and everyone's just excited into the game. Having someone applaud you every point, it's just one of those tournaments where you can just really get into it. You can really get pumped for it.
Now, you played for Canada in the juniors, and now you're representing them at the senior level. What's the difference between competing at juniors and now moving into the adult level?
I would say maturity and experience, because as a junior, there's a lot you can get away with. You can go and pinch a lot. You can splat a lot. You can do all those fancy shots that look terrific and make you feel good. But once you get to the senior, the adult level, it becomes more of a percentage game, more down the lines, more across courts. Then when the opportunity arises, not when you feel like it, but when you know you can, that's the right time, you can hit your pinches, your splats.
Well, you talked about maturity, and I think it's fair to say that you are one of the younger players here, having come through the juniors only a couple of years ago. You took some time off. Now you're playing people who are more experienced than you. What do you rely on to overcome somebody who, you know, has maybe 10, 15 years playing at the senior level? How do you overcome that?
I try my best to be very confident and to just have that belief that I can win, that I am capable of beating these players. If I go in thinking, oh, they have this much more experience than me, they have played longer at these types of events than me, all of a sudden those become negative emotions and negative doubts that affect me, that don't allow me to play my very best. So it's about getting rid of all those negative thoughts and replacing them with the belief and the faith that I can win this event.
Well, we were just enjoying that long rally finished by Rodriguez. It's 8-2. Now, you live in Alberta, that's right?
Yeah.
It's difficult because you're obviously a world-class player, and you're not surrounded by world-class players where you live. You're not in, for example, Mexico, Bolivia, U.S. How do you train and prepare for somebody who can compete like you?
That's a difficult question. In my city, I only have 2 courts, and I'm the only real
Strong player
there. I'm the only one who actually plays full time. And to be honest, it's difficult being able to go to a few tournaments to test yourself, to see how you are playing, to see the weaknesses that you have. I find if I don't attend a tournament every month, every 2 months, I get a little complacent. I feel, okay, these drills are getting pretty easy now. But when in reality, I struggle on the court. So a tournament every now and then is a nice eye-opener for me.
So looking at this tournament and beyond, you talked about playing more frequently, going to tournaments. What are your plans over the next 12 months? What does Kobe Iwasa do in order to improve and be more and more competitive here at an international event?
Well, already from the first 2 matches I played, I've realized some of my weaknesses as well as some of the things I feel like I could improve and become a little more confident on. So I plan to go home and work on those. But then again, I am a student going to university, and I do need to work in order to attend some of these tournaments.
Right.
So it's just be me doing my best on the court by myself and trying to strengthen those things I feel need to be strengthened right now.
Okay. Well, we are enjoying this match in front of us. It's 4-8. Timeout Guatemala. Kobe, thanks so much for joining us. I know you have a match coming up this afternoon, and we wish you the best of luck in that and, of course, throughout the tournament.
Thank you.
We're 40 minutes into this match, and just a reminder that Hickey took game 1 15-11. Rodriguez up 8-4 in the second. We have many more matches coming up today, and I will also tell you that we will have an interview with the General Secretary of the IRF, Luc Senange, and I hope you stick around for that. I'm going to try and get a time when this will actually happen, and the reason I'm telling you is because I don't think he's given an interview for 30 years, and I'm literally not joking. So it's going to be fascinating to listen to what Luc has to say. He's been in the sport since the inception of the sport, and so I'm really excited to have him on air and learn some of his thoughts associated with racquetball, with international racquetball. Will racquetball ever be in the Olympics? All of these things are something that I hope he can shed some light on. So I hope you join us for that. I'm going to try and nail down a specific time when he might be willing to have a chat with us. Skip from Hickey. She'll want that one back. Serving 4 in favor of Guatemala. Of course, if you have any questions that you might be interested in passing on or asking me to pass on to Luc, I encourage you to put them in the chat box or send us a message. Rodriguez wants 2 bounces. She's not going to get it. And that'll be a point for Guatemala. Hickey thought she could have got it, but the call stands. That's a tough call, but again, it was sliding down the left wall. It's one of those 50-50s. One referee will give a replay and one will give a point. That's a terrific serve. Unreturned by Rodriguez, 12 serving 4. Indeed, if you have questions for us here at the World Championships, if you have questions for Luke and are interested in more, yeah, send us a message, put it in the chat box. Be happy to try and pass them on and see if we can get some answers. Great hitting from Rodriguez on the backhand side. 13 serving 4. Short serve, it was close. Guatemala looking for a tiebreaker. Rodriguez so far hasn't lost in this division. She's looking for a top seed going into the elimination bracket. Flat-footed on that occasion, side out. Rodriguez defeated Cheryl Lotz in the first round in a tiebreaker, if memory serves me correctly. And then Lotz defeated Hickey in 2 very close games yesterday. You can see why that's a beautiful backhand pinch. Soft touch from her. 5-13. Perfect response. The ball just kicked out. Hickey got caught in the middle. Rodriguez went left. 13-6, 2 points away. As I mentioned earlier, it's very difficult to win those last 2 points. Hickey struggled in game 1 to close it out. Let's see what Rodriguez comes up with for a second serve. Lob to the left. Beautiful from Rodriguez. Loose return from Hickey. Rodriguez thought it was short. Hickey puts it down with a snap of the wrist. That's where you just got to let that go and keep playing. Otherwise, you're thinking about the short serve. Great defense. Oh, unlucky from Hickey. You can see the length. She really stretches out with that racket. Covers a lot of court playing defense. First time, she got it. Second time, not quite. So game point number 2. Well, I don't think you can call a screen serve on that. That's not a good call in my judgment. I mean, you can see where Rodriguez was serving, and she hit it right into the left corner. Excellent serve. Setup. Buried by Rodriguez. She takes game number 2, 15-6. So we got 2 minutes. We're going to a tiebreaker, first to 11, 46 minutes into this match. Hickey took the first 15-11. Rodriguez responds 15-6. We're going to 11. We're back in, everybody. Tim Baghurst joining you for this round-robin match between Ireland and Guatemala. Ireland won the first 15-11. Rodriguez won the second 15-6. So 26 points won by Rodriguez, 21 by Hickey. So Rodriguez serves first. Straight down the line, beautiful shot. Rodriguez takes the first point, 1-0. Excellent response, Hickey that time from the drive serve. Side out. Screen serve. At least he's consistent. Our official Potro is from Colombia, living in Costa Rica, serving as a coach for racquetball. A regular referee for the IRF. Good shot, Rodriguez, smart. Didn't go for too much. 1 serving 0. This match has gone by fairly quickly, and yet we're almost 50 minutes in. Snap of the wrist from Rodriguez, 2-0. Both players hitting on their forehand side. It's Rodriguez who claims the point. Ball kicked out that time. Side out, 0-2. Plenty of matches coming up today. Great serve, Hickey. Rodriguez will want that one back. Hickey went for too much maybe in the backcourt. Got away with it. Next up on this court, don't forget, men's singles, Keller, Bolivia, Galicia, Guatemala. Or at least this is the schedule as I know it. Subject to change as always. Great return, Rodriguez. Keller, Galicia, Bolivia, Guatemala. Men's singles after that, Acuna, Costa Rica, Murphy, Ireland. That'll be a full house, I can guarantee it. So I hope you stick around for that. Then women's singles, Salas, Mexico, Munoz, Chile. Should be a terrific match. Both of those players undefeated in their group. They'll be competing for top spot. Well, that's where you have to be consistent. Potro called a screen serve over to the left side on Rodriguez. That was even closer to Hickey. He doesn't call it, 2-2. Rodriguez didn't appeal it though. She could have put up her hand. Just a miss hit from Hickey that time. Very warm in these courts, very humid. Certainly a test of fitness. You feel that in this case, Guatemala have the advantage having or training in this kind of environment. A little bit cooler, drier courts in Ireland, I think it's fair to say. Still, side out 2-2. Men's doubles 3 p.m. Colombia, Costa Rica. Women's doubles 4 p.m. USA, Korea. We round out the evening. Men's doubles, defending champions Mexico take on Japan. Side out called. Tough call. Might have got a replay there. Side out, 2-2. Definitely seems something that Hickey is struggling with, that lob, Nick lob. attacking it early. She's made a few skips. Might be a time in a tiebreaker just to pop it to the ceiling and make Rodriguez shoot it from the back. Wow, almost ran into each other. Another smart shot, Rodriguez. Again, it started from that lob serve that Hickey attacked. 5 serving 2. Well, we'll try and have some more guest commentary this afternoon. Appreciate Kobe Iwasa taking the time out to talk about his experiences representing Canada. We saw him in an 11-10 tiebreaker on our first day, and he's an exciting young talent to watch. Timeout on the court taken by Ireland, probably a wise one. You saw Hickey buries one in the floor on that nick lob. Again, I think an around the world, a ceiling ball, something other than attacking it, because she's definitely struggling to put that ball down. What will we see from Guatemala? Probably a bit of the same on that serve. It seems to be working. We'll see what happens as we resume. Reminder, first to 11, win by 1 in IRF rules. If you're interested in all the rules, go to our website, internationalracquetball.com. All the rules are there, along with our schedule. Thursday, we start with our professional feed with the quarterfinals. That's going to be exciting. World Championships are always special with so many countries, and it's great to see those such as Japan, Ireland, Korea, India, and so on who've come to represent and compete for a title. Here we go, 6-2, Rodriguez not changing anything. See if Hickey goes to the ceiling. She doesn't, and it's another point. And I think if she looks back and watches this, this is going to be something she needs to practice. Players use these videos that we put on YouTube to scout opponents. Beautiful forehand pinch winner from Hickey. Side out 2-7. Great serve, Hickey to the right side. Appeal systems in place, not before the quarterfinals. We do have line judges. Another serve unreturned by Rodriguez, 4 serving 7. Great shot down the line from Hickey. 3 points in a row for Ireland. Might see Guatemala take a timeout. Indeed, they do take a timeout. Probably a wise one. 3 unanswered points, courtesy of some good serving from the Irish woman. I want to thank all our referees who are here giving their time to support racquetball. It's really changed the way the sport is run in international racquetball. As they become better at their craft, it reduces the drama perhaps on the court with maybe the odd bad call. And it's partly why appeal systems aren't in place before the quarterfinals. After the quarterfinals, well, we're getting into medals. Winners of quarterfinals automatically guaranteed a joint 3rd spot, so it becomes a little closer, and it's important to get every call right. So come off the back wall. Smart shot, Rodriguez. Hickey digs it out. That should be a replay. No, she doesn't ask for it. It looked like she was completely screened on that shot. It was 7-2, now it's 6-7. First to 11. That time screen serve is called. Another crisp shot from Hickey. Starts with a good serve. 7-7, 5 points in a row for the Irishwoman. Just a reminder, next up, Guatemala, Bolivia, Galicia, and Keller. That time, Rodriguez got into the point and controlled it from the middle. Hickey got those 5 points from some good serving. Rodriguez looks like she's looking to her coach, Tom Travers, over to the right. Goes back to the drive serve. Gets the setup and buries it. 3-shot rally. Classic racquetball. Timeout, Ireland. 3 points away, Rodriguez. That's Ireland's second and final timeout. She's got a minute. Well, thanks to you who've shared our feed. We appreciate all your support here at International Racquetball Federation. We're here all day. Huge schedule of matches for you. We hope you stick around for them. Very much looking forward to what's in store today. Of course, some of these will decide top seeds going into the elimination bracket, which is huge. You do not want a really, really hard match to start on Wednesday. In fact, top seeds should, in theory, get comfortable draws through to the quarterfinals. Doesn't always work that way. There are some upsets in the round robin. That's what makes this more dramatic. Good example, maybe Vargas losing yesterday. Some might consider an upset to Riveros in 2 straight. That might affect the draw as we go through. Point given. Wow, that was close. 9-7 is the score. Great hands from Hickey. She followed that jam serve around really well. Side out 7-9. Very tight tiebreaker. Hickey with an opportunity. Skipped it. She'll want that one back. Doesn't get too emotional, Hickey. Plays within herself. Quality player, did very well in 2014 when she represented Ireland in Canada at the World Championships. Keller over to my right, watches on. He knows he's next. And a beautiful shot. Little fist pump from Rodriguez. Good serve, poor return, kill shot. Match point number 1. See if she can close it out. Short serve. Expect the high lob to the left side. That's what we get. It's a good one. She's got what she wants. And she puts it down. What a shot to finish the match. So, Rodriguez loses the first 15-11, then comes back with 15-6, 11-7 to take top seed from this pool play. She won all 3 of her matches and will play doubles later this evening, but then a day off tomorrow before the elimination bracket begins.